This is the Thermomix TM6. It comes with all those pieces included with the purchase. So you have the silicone spatula, and you have like the butterfly whip that you can put inside for any whipping of creams, ice cream, eggs, like sauces. It comes also with the splash guard. That's a cover that covers the mixing bowl lid here to avoid any splashing when mixing soups or doing any sautés. It comes with the simmering basket. It's another basket that can go inside for any boiling vegetables or steaming rice. Also comes with the measuring cup that comes as a cover for the mixing bowl lid. Of course, it comes with the 3-piece varoma. It's a large dish that can go on top of the mixing bowl lid for any steaming or of vegetables, meat, or any type of for any type of steamings or cooking with steam. It's very famous with its large built-in screen, touch-up screen, that can allow you to access a worldwide database, the biggest actually recipe database in the world. That's called the Cookaidu. It have access to over 80,000 recipes worldwide. So you can access you can access them in any language, in any if you have any you can even set up your own filters. So let's say if you're looking up for something, so let's say looking for a chicken recipe, so you can just type in the word and then search and get that way the options. Here it is recognizing also my tastes and the recipe I've been doing, so it's giving me some. So let's say if I want to make this chicken casserole with saffron and orange, so you can cook the whole chicken with the rice and the vegetables. So it gives you the preparation time, difficulty, the total time, and the serving portions. As you can see here, they're not very generous. They're generous on their portion because they're saying this whole dish is for 2 portions, while it can feed like way more than 2 people. So you can access from here the ingredients, the nutritional facts, energy, like carbs, everything. You can access the recipe itself, the utensils that you need, and the hints and tricks and variations of the recipe. I don't usually use it here. I prefer searching when I'm not next to it, when I'm to plan ahead. So that way I can also add the recipe to my shopping list and order the ingredients ahead of time if I don't have everything. So let's go back. This here is the main screen. This is for manual mode. It has a dial for timing, so you can set up a timing for cooking. So let's say you want to saute, let's say you chopped some in it. You chopped like an onion, let's say, for like a couple of seconds, because it takes only a couple of seconds at speed with the knife, because the mixing bowl has a built-in knife. Actually, I can show it. And that knife has a sharp side and a dull side. So when it's on the sharp side, it's showing the knife. You can cut. It doesn't need more than few seconds to chop like an onion, or so like the slogan of the Thermomix, no more tears with the Thermomix. So no need to chop any onions. You can just put the onion, cut in half, and then chop, select let's say for 2 seconds. And then if you put speed 7, then it's gonna be completely sharp. If you want it a little bit chunky, then you can put like speed 5. Let's say you're done chopping your onion, you wanna saute it, you select the timing, you put the temperature. I put the highest temperature before steaming. Steaming is the Varoma one, so I go just to the highest one, 120 Celsius here. And then because I want to saute, I'm not going to keep the knife into the knife. I'm going to touch the screen to make it reverse so it can turn on the dull side, and just put it into the spoon steering mode. And after like 5 minutes, it's gonna call me and tell me it's ready. So here on this other screen, it has all the available modes on the Thermomix that are already there. The Thermomix is a smart machine built to and hooked to Wi-Fi, so it has access. Like whenever they add a new upgrade, it's just getting added to the Thermomix itself. So you have a built-in scale that it can weigh in up to 6 kilograms. So that's about 8 pounds. It has also a dough mode that can knead the dough. No need to have all like a stand mixer and have to clean everything. Everything can be put here, pre-measured and then you set the time. 3 minutes is enough. 2 minutes actually is for a pizza dough. 3 minutes for a bread. Then you have a turbo mode, pre-clean mode. So when we slide the screen towards the left, our left, we can see all the modes available to use manually. So the scale allows us to weigh in anything we want up to 6 kilograms. So if we put a ball on top of the mixing bowl lid, and then we tar the screen, we can start measuring up whatever we needed to measure with our scale. The dough mode allow us to make dough for breads or for any type of pastry. So we just add the ingredients and then go select the timing. It's usually between 2 minutes up to 6 minutes, I would say, for the toughest bread. But like 2 minutes is enough for a pizza dough or for a brioche. Or the turbo mode is a mode that locks the ball in because it goes to very high speed, like speed 10, which is 10,700, I think, rotations per minute. And it can go as low as half a second up to 2 seconds. So when you touch the screen, you can select the timing, and then when you select the screen for the mode, you can just turn it and it's gonna go and stop. The ball is not gonna unlock unless you exit from the mode. It won't allow you to, it's gonna keep locked until you exit from the turbo mode. So let's see here, it's gonna be locked. So when you go out, then it unlocks. Actually that mode is very good when you wanna mill, like let's say like break grains. You don't want to make them as flour, but you want to make them like, I don't know, some kind of burger or any time that like coarse semolina or something from grains. You can use this. If you wanna like mill the grains into a flour, then you can go to the main screen and select, like put a more time, like not only 1 second or 2 seconds, but you can put like 30 seconds or 1 minute, and then you turn it all the way up to speed 10. It's also like what I use it for is for more for herbs, like for cilantro or parsley. If I want them to be cut into small pieces to use in our Moroccan food, or like as a topping for salads or for soup, I use it for that. The pre-clean mode, it's basically says what it does. So once I'm done with the meal or whatever recipe I'm doing, so I fill up the bowl with water. I put a drop of dishwasher soap or vinegar or baking soda, depending on how dirty my bowl is, and then select this type. If I was doing some dough, I would just turn it to dough. If I was doing like a smoothie or something more extensive, I would put all-purpose. If I was doing some fats or caramels, I would select the fat or caramel portion. If I was doing some stew or something that was involving saute or high temperature, then I would go to the browned bottom. So that's for the pre-clean. The blend mode is a mode that uses speeded 6 through 8. So that's something that can be used for smoothies or for blending soups, for anything that necessitates blending. If we want a creamy texture, completely creamy texture, then we might want to go to the main screen and select speed 10. The egg boiler mode is the mode I love the most. In this mode is the only mode so far that the blade doesn't turn in the Thermomix. So you can put the eggs in, cover with water, and then select how soft or hard you want your egg boiled, and then you select the timing. The Thermomix is smart enough to see how much it's gonna take the eggs to harden. So it's gonna keep approximating until they reach your specified texture that you want, and then it's gonna stop. The kettle mode, it's a mode that takes liquids to boil. So I love this mainly actually more for milk, because for water we can use our kettle usually, and I avoid using the kettle mode much, because if you use it too much, then from time to time you need to clean it with vinegar. As you know, the kettle can get some calcar. How do they call it? I can't remember the term, but it has that deposit, from the water. So you can clean it with vinegar, but like I just avoid doing it with water. I use it for boiling any other type of liquids. I especially love it for milk, because it allows you to boil the milk, and it's gonna turn off when it's gonna reach 100 degrees Celsius. There is no risk of having any spilling milk or something when boiling it. Warm-up mode is perfect for warming up leftover soups or stuff. You can select what temperature you want it, 90 or even warmer if it's like more for a kid's food or something. And then you select how fast you want the blades to turn for warming. The thickened rice cooker, fermentation, slow cook, and sous vide are also manual mode. I prefer using, you can use them. You can just put your ingredients, select the mode, and you just turn it to start, and it's gonna approximate for the time until it reach thickening, and then it's gonna stop. For the rice cooker, it's you put the rice, you put the water, and then you just turn the speed selector to start. Personally, I prefer steaming, using the rice as a recipe itself from Cookaido. I love the steamed rice recipe. I barely use this one. Actually, the only options where I use that one is as part of a recipe itself, when the recipe itself asks for that. So I have the exact measurements I need to be putting. The fermentation mode, I love it. I also don't use it manually, but I use it a lot for making on yogurt recipes, on preserved vegetables, or on proofing those. I love it too. I love starting my yogurt recipes at night and then finding my yogurt ready in the morning. I just put it in the fridge for a couple of hours and then I can eat it for breakfast. So slow cook mode also is the same thing. So it cooks for a long time at like a low temperature. The sous vide, it's like you cook the meat, vegetables, and fruits sometimes in like plastic bags, while removing the air from the bags, and you cook them in water. So it also cooks at low temperature, so it preserves the vitamins and stuff from the food. The peeler mode is the newest mode. You need like an attachment, an additional part. It's not included with the purchase, but that peeler, it's amazing. It allows you to peel like a kilo or a kilo and 200 grams of potatoes in, like, I would say completely peeled in like 6 or 8 minutes. Depending on how fresh and how perfect the potatoes are, it can be peeled in as low as 4 minutes. I used it also for blanched almond, for peeling soaked chickpeas. Some people use it for peeling ginger or garlic.